Hey, welcome to the channel here, Like Me Outdoors. I'm John. Today we're here at the pole barn on the farm, and we're going to be installing the Banks Ram Air cold air intake with the old filter on my 2020 GMC 3500 Denali Long Box with that 6.6 Duramax. So we're going to do an unboxing, see what's inside this nice big beautiful box. We're going to hear what the truck sounds like pre-install. We're going to install it. We're going to hear what it sounds like post-install, and then I'll finish up with anything that I find interesting and initial impressions on the intake. So, without further ado, let's get started on this. Alright, so, I suppose you should get this guy open, huh? It's, well, it's not very heavy. It's a really big box, though. Normally I'd be doing this kind of stuff on my workbench behind me, but this box is really tall. You wouldn't even see my face. I couldn't even see into it. So, let's see what we got going on here. It's pretty good shape, actually, surprisingly. It's stapled too. Yes, she is. Alright, so that's a good sign so far. They're boxing it pretty well. Good tape and staples. Nice bubble wrap. Alright. Well, I guess I can throw this stuff behind me. That works. Okay, so that looks like a Revo there. It's got the goodies on the inside, the electronics. I'll open that here in a second. It looks like it's coming. Yep. So this would be where that air filter would be sitting. Airflow sensor goes here, makes its turn, goes into the intake. And look at this guy. It's pretty thick. I've done a lot of cold air intakes, and this is my first Banks. And my initial impressions so far is it's a pretty dang thick molding that they're using on this. It's pretty good. I usually run Can-Ns. This is the first one I have not run a Can-N on. I think it's made by Can-N, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's who they use for at least their filters, and probably who's manufacturing this for them, to their spec, of course. Which would make sense. That's funny. Maybe put that on a four-wheeler or something. We'll see. Alright, so that's it for that. Now I got another box to throw more cardboard in. Yay, burn box. Alright. Here's our big box there. I like it. Looks like we've got the top here. So it looks like this is where that, from the hood scoop, that ram air comes in. I think right here. Air filter sits down in here, and yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so I'm not going to play that game. Remember, always cut toward yourself. Don't do that. Don't cut toward yourself. I know you're probably wondering, it's a Benchmade Adamas. Best knife I've ever had. Okay. I'm just really impressed with how thick this molding is. I like it. Smooth on the inside too. It's not rough, so they paid extra money to make sure that was done that way. Okay, ice manufacturing, sorry. Here's our filter. I'm going to leave that covered for now. Looks like it's pre-oiled, but we'll follow the directions on it. There's our box. There, the air box. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera will focus, but the inside is like buttery smooth to help improve airflow. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. I haven't seen that on the inside of one of these before. Again, there's that guy there. You can see that. You can see the recess for the O-ring seal. License plate bracket cover. I like it. Alright, let's see what's inside this guy. Let's make a little room. Packaged pretty well, no complaints. I'm pretty impressed with the molding though. Good job. Alright. Alright, keep the light box together. So that. Oh, look at that. That's got to be stainless steel. Usually they say the clamping there. I think it is. These are the clamps. This is that guy that bridges the gap between them and goes into that recess. That looks pretty good. It's pretty thick actually. Pretty happy about that. What do we got here? A nice picture of Gail on there. Smiling at you, of course. Register your product. Yeah, we'll see. And then what do we got in the back here? Cold air intake. Ah, okay. That's got the QR code to get the install directions, which I looked at previously when I was bored, and looks really straightforward. I mean, there's not a lot of parts here already. Probably more parts with the stock one. All right, this little guy. Oh, pretty nice decal. I don't know if you can see that, but Banks decal. It's like raised lettering. These are definitely stainless steel bolts and components. I appreciate the packaging that they're doing here. I don't have a bunch of crap all over the place. Okay, I like that. Not a lot of pieces over there. This must be that dongle. Yep. There's our little guy that goes between the map sensor and the actual install location, or the stock plug and the map sensor. This is the guy that goes in between. There's that. Just got to do more here. Ah, there's another one of our seals. Main seal here. And looks like that is all the toys we have on the inside. Off there, down. Okay, so here's our components here. We got this guy here. This looks like a rubber elbow that goes around to the intake, is what it looks like to me. And then we've got the top to the air box. It comes off, goes that way towards the engine. Map sensor would be going in there. And then we have the actual air box, which the filter would be sitting inside of, this big old boy here. I can see the cutouts where it's bringing air in is not on the engine side, so that's good. We're pulling in as cold air as possible. Plus obviously the ram air from the hood scoop, so that's cool. And there is no joke. This is a big ass air filter. They're not lying about that. What a fatty. All right, so we'll keep that one in the wrapping. And then up front here we've got our dongle buddy, little components package there. Our two clamps there, our two basically seals. This one bridges between directions. So there's not a lot of pieces here. It looks very straightforward. I'm gonna scan that QR code on there, and we'll get started on the install. And I'll just do a time lapse for that, so you can just see it happen. And if you're curious, you can look it up on their website. They do have the same link here on their website, so you can look at it and not listen to me or watch me do it if you don't want. So let's do that. All right, so this is the pre-install sound test. Let's remote start and see what she sounds like. Sounds like a Duramax. Not very loud though. Shouldn't be very loud right now anyway. Alright, let's get in her and see how she sounds. Alright, we're going to get up to speed under normal acceleration, so nothing crazy on this particular one, but let's go. Especially once you are moving, you can't really hear it that much when you're just cruising here. All right, let's get to speed under harder acceleration. Man, I do appreciate the power. You can hear a little bit more of that rumble, but again, it's not very loud. It's pretty well contained and a pretty quiet engine bay we got going on up there. Another harder Excel. Not bad. Well, let's get this install done. All right, our install is complete. Let's see what she sounds like from the outside. Let's make her go here. Slightly different tone. You can tell when it sucks air in, but overall, when it's sitting here idle, it doesn't sound too much different. All right, so let's do a nice and easy regular acceleration. You can definitely feel it a little bit more, and you can hear the turbo a little bit better. It's definitely got more of a low drone to it, or not necessarily a drone, but that low tone to it. It sounds better. It sounds more like a diesel. All right, let's do a little bit faster acceleration. You are certainly hearing it a little bit more. You can hear it sucking the air in, and you can hear that turbo. Yeah, it's just opening it up more. You can tell it's breathing better. We'll do another fast acceleration here. Yeah, so I can definitely tell it's getting up a little bit better. I can feel it a little bit better, and I can hear it. I can hear the engine pulling the air in. It's not too loud and obnoxious. It's not annoying, but you can tell it sounds actually like it's a little bit healthier. All right, we have the exhaust brake on. You'll get to hear that note hopefully through the phone when we slow down here. We will do one more fast pull. All right, so I hope that install video helped you out. Some of my initial thoughts on this thing so far. First, I'll talk about sound. I don't know how well it comes through on the phone, but in person, it's not obnoxious. So it's not really loud or really annoying and really droning. It's actually pleasant. That was one of my concerns, is with the air filter being so big and everything just being opened up so much, was it going to make it just sound ridiculous? It does not. It's not super loud, but it is certainly opened up. On the sound aspect of it, when you're just going along like 60 miles an hour, if you get cruise control set, you're not hearing a bunch of droning. It's basically almost like listening, almost like stock. When you're accelerating, you can tell it's got more, it's breathing better. You can hear that turbo, you can just hear that it's taking in that air a lot better. It's noticeable on that sound aspect. Also, when the exhaust brake, if you're running the exhaust brake, you can hear that whistle, you can hear it as it's slowing down, you can hear that spooling, and it's pleasant. I think it's pleasant. It reminds me of like my 2002 Duramax that's sitting right over here. And it's not as loud as the OG Duramax, but you can tell there's some life in the engine. Now on spool up, it certainly feels like it's spooling up faster. The acceleration has, I think it's improved. That's one of the first things I noticed is, wow, I'm not waiting for this, for this thing to spool up. It's getting there much quicker, and it feels like it's putting the power to the ground basically when I want it on the ground. There's not as much of a delay. So that's nice. And then the acceleration is definitely improved. One of the biggest things though is the sound aspect. I mean, I ran Can-Ns on multiple different engines, different manufacturers, and sometimes they're a little obnoxious. And there's obviously a lot of other brands out there, but this one, I'm very, very happy with it as of like right now. I know I just took it for a test drive and brought different speeds and stuff, but it's not annoying me. I think I can sit in the truck and just do another 8, 12, 15-hour drive and not be irritated. So I think Banks did a good job with that. You can definitely tell the engine's breathing. I'm excited to see how it performs over more distance, more time, and especially towing. I want to see how it does towing, you know, when you're hitting that exhaust brake, when you're doing the acceleration. And we'll find out when I throw the horse trailer on. So, and other things. So, yeah, hopefully this review helps you out. And I know they're expensive, you know, comparatively, you know, and Banks has got a pretty big name in the industry. I think it's worth checking out. I can't tell you to buy it or not buy it yet. That's something that time will tell, and I'll release a video when I have probably 30, 40,000 miles on this intake, maybe more. We'll see. I put miles on fast, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you want any clarity, anything, just shoot me a message and I'll get back to you. I read all the comments. So yeah, stay safe, have fun out there.